Alright guys, good morning. It's now Thursday. We went this morning and got our new DOT physical done. And I'll never be able to go back to that doctor again. So funny story with that, I show up and I'm sitting in the waiting room and I'm like, man, I really have to pee. And I'm like, I hope they call me back soon. Finally, they call me back and she's like, can you pee? I was like, yeah, I think so. And I went in there to pee. Obviously couldn't pee. I'm not really a nervous peer. Just every time I go to the doctor's office, I get nervous. I'm sure a lot of you guys are like that. Anyways, yeah, I was like, yeah, I can't pee. And she's like, well, do you want a bottle of water? I was like, yeah, I'll take a bottle of water. Took a bottle of water. She's like, all right, go wait in this other room and let me know when you have to pee. So I'm waiting in the other room. And man, the longer I sat there, the longer I had to take a dump. I'm like, oh man. So about 15 minutes roll by and I'm about to just mess my pants. And finally she comes in and she's like, you have to pee? I was like, yeah, I can try. And when you go in the bathroom, they got like the toilet all taped up and you can't use the sink. It's like, do not flush the toilet. And I asked her, I was like, am I allowed to flush the toilet? She's like, yeah, you're not here for a drug test. I was like, oh, okay. And you go into this room and there's a bunch of like, almost looks like those old school desks that you would sit down in school, obviously. And you know, it's people were getting their arm, the blood pressure and everything done. Well, nobody was in that room when I went in there to use the bathroom, and I blew up the bathroom, and then the toilet won't flush. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I'm messing with the toilet, and I finally get the toilet to flush, and I open up the door and there's like 12 people in that room. And I'm like, oh no, I know it was bad. I know it was bad. So anyways, we got that done for another 2 years. Came home. I got Nate cleaning out the back of the Ford. I got Mason working on the trailers. I'll show you guys that. I want to show you guys kind of the mess that we have in the garage right now. Hopefully it's not too dark. Let me flip this around to make sure it's not too dark. Did my phone die? My thing die on me here? There we go. So we've got steer tires, 2 steer tires, 2 drive tires, 4 trailer tires. I went ahead and ordered 4 more trailer tires because I want to start off with fresh rubber on the trailer. I don't want to have any problems on the road. Those are Big Tex tires. These are all semi tires. That's 2 more tires for the Ford. If you guys remember, I was out west so long that I ended up having to buy more tires because I don't want to get caught by DOT and have the right amount of tire depth. And then we have oil to change for the semi, as well as the oil and fuel filters. I've got oil to change because I signed up for the AMSOIL membership. So we're going to be running the AMSOIL 100% synthetic. This is an oil changing thing. I'll have to show you guys that later because I don't want to pull it out right now. I was watching another person's YouTube channel, and for the life of me, I can't find it. It's a semi-truck trailer, semi-truck driver that put a generator on the back of his instead of running an APU. And he suggested to get one of these. And what we'll do, this is the Noco G26000. And basically it'll charge 12, 24. You can use it to jump off your truck. There's all kinds of different things that you can use it for. Super smart battery charger. I believe he had the G1600. And honestly, I was like, look, if I'm going to spend $175 on the G16 or 16,000 for like another 20 or 30 bucks, I end up getting the bigger version that had more options. And what we're going to do is we're going to permanently mount that in the truck. And then basically anytime we have the generator running for different things when we stop at night, that thing, you can have it set. It'll automatically kick on and start charging when your batteries are low. Update on the Mustang. Not really an update. Just honestly, we haven't done anything with it because I've been working so much. I still have to send off my injectors. Honestly, that's the biggest thing. I have to send off my injectors right now. I want to send them off and have them flow tested and make sure everything's okay. Since we popped the hole in the piston, Um, Obviously, my garage is a complete mess right now. I'm excited I get to put my Ford's seats back in. I don't have time for that right now because I have to leave today, like I said, to go to Florida for the CDL school. What else is going on? I think that's it, other than this house or this garage being a mess. So I'll walk you guys out here, show you guys the what's going on with the trailer so far. Let's see, I don't know if I showed you guys, but the truck came with this tank on here, and it had these two hoses that ran up to a control in the truck, and basically that ran a dump bed or something. I think it's called a wet kit. It's got a big PTO thing on the bottom of the transmission. I'm going to look into possibly taking that off and selling it. Nate's over there winding up the straps, cleaning out the Ford for me. I've got the kids out here tearing up the deck. And what I've done is I brought out my grinder with my cutting wheel, and I'm going to go ahead and cut all these bolts off, and then we're going to wire wheel the top of it really good, and we're going to repaint the tops of it just to prevent any future rust. And I think that's it. I was looking at these strap winches. What's up, Mason? I haven't seen you in forever. What's going on? I'm not sure how you get these on and off, because I'd like to add a few more, maybe one more on this. So I took out my tape measure. The top deck's 10 feet, the bottom deck's 40 feet, and that's 20 inches high, which excites me because I'm going to be buying the ramp kit. And with the ramp kit, what you do is you stand the ramps up sideways so that you can run 50-foot load across the top of the ramps. And I thought I had a 16, and I'd rather have the 20-inch ramps because it's a wider ramp, so you can pull things up. So that's basically what's going on, and we'll see you guys later. We've made it to our room in Florida, so we don't have to be at the school until tomorrow at 11. I'm actually in Lakeland. The school is in Plant City, Florida. Plant City, Florida hotels wanted about $100 a night. I think I got this one for $63 a night, but it's in a pretty sketchy place, I'm not gonna lie. And it took about 2 hours to get the room because of a nightmare at the desk of basically you book this room, and like I booked it through like hotels.com or something like that, and they don't mention the $100 deposit that you have to give in cash. So everybody's showing up and they don't know about this $100 deposit. Then you have to walk over and conveniently use their ATM that's in the lobby that charges $3.50. And I tried to use my business card today to pay for my ELD cable, because I'm just going to take the ELD out of the Ford and put it in the semi. So I can use the same AOD, I'll just have to swap the cable out to a 9-pin. Anyways, it declined on that purchase, and then I get a call from them like a couple hours later being like, oh, were you trying to use your card? Anyways, I think it did the same thing at the ATM, so I had to go to my personal card and use my personal card. Anyway, we finally got that sorted out. Took about 2 hours to get to the room. Freaking nightmare. Supposedly he upgraded me for free. I don't know. This doesn't look any different than the pictures, other than I got a single bed now, and the single bed was more expensive than the double bed for some reason. I don't know. Who knows? Can't really see the truck from the window. Kind of sketched out about that, but there's a lot of sketchy people walking around. Just sitting here taking notes for my pre-trip. I'm having a lot of, my memory's terrible, and you guys know it, and that's the problem that I'm going to have, is remembering everything with the pre-trip and what they call it. I'm having trouble with like brake chamber. Like I can remember it's brake chamber right now, but I'll think about it like an hour from now, and it's like, it's a brake canister? No, it's not a brake canister. And then, so I'm making little notes here. All the steering parts, all the brake parts, all the suspension parts of the front. Watching Street Outlaws right now, 405, they finally came back on, so I'm pretty pumped for that. As soon as I'm done with this, I'm going to get back to studying, but like I said, we don't have to be there till 11 o'clock in the morning, so that'll probably put me leaving here. I think I'm like 15 minutes away. We'll probably leave here at like 10:15, get there a little bit early. So I get to stay up a little bit later than usual tonight, studying and goofing off. So I guess I'll see you guys in the morning. As I sit here studying, I don't know what it is about me. I just can't ever remember a lot of things. I'm slowly picking up on it. Honestly, this is probably maybe the 50th time I've watched this specific video, which seems to be probably the best of what I've seen. The school that I'm going to sent me some videos of their own. I don't think they explain and do as good as what this video does. And I'll leave a link for this down in the description for you guys that are thinking about getting your own CDL. Yeah, so I've been trying to run this over in my head, and sometimes I can sit here and I can bang off all the names of all the parts. And you guys know me, I can pretty much take anything apart and put it back together. But for some reason, like, I don't know if it's because I'm nervous, if I'm being pressured. Like I said, I can sit here and bang off every single name, and then 5 minutes later, when I'm not doing anything else, I'll try to run through it in my head again, and I can't think of like the simplest names, you know? So, I don't know, I talked to a few people, a buddy of mine, actually a couple of buddies of mine, and they tell me to remember just CDL, which is like cracked, damaged, or leaking. So, I'm trying to remember that. This guy likes to say broken, bent, or damaged. Is that what he says? Broken, bent, or damaged? Something like that. And then properly mounted and secured. So, you basically just have to go through and you have to touch every part and you have to explain everything. I'm just really nervous. Honestly, I have a lot of money tied up in the truck and the trailer at home. It's like I have to hurry up and get this test passed so I can go home and start getting the truck and the trailer ready. Like I said, I'm going to have to drop it off and get the tires put on and everything like that. The boys should be done with the trailer today. So while the truck is getting the well, actually I'll have to take the trailer up and get the trailer tires put on as well. So anyways, we have to do the deck with that. And then we're still waiting on the IRP for our plates. That seems to be I don't know, they're dragging their feet. So it's about 9 o'clock in the morning. I don't have to be at the school till 11 o'clock. So I'm just trying to jam in as much as I can. Because the more that I know before they try to teach me, the more time I can spend on things that I'm not sure about. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll talk to you guys later. All right, guys, we are out at the school. We've gone through pre-trip on the truck. I just practiced my pre-trip in-cab air. And the truck isn't the nicest of trucks. A lot of things don't work, and I guess the people that come out here and check obviously know that the trucks aren't in the best of shape. So he says, don't worry about it if it doesn't work. Just explain what it's supposed to do. And I'm getting text messages. They did my mom's transplant. Fantastic. She's sleeping now. Good to hear. All right, so yeah, so I think after this, we're gonna do a little bit of backing and we'll see what happens. All right, guys, just got done kind of schooling for the day. I don't feel any better about it now than I did before I came, honestly. I did real good on the pull up, and then you back into the next lane, and then we would pull up and we back into that same lane. You know, we did that a bunch of times. I got that down, I think. The trailer's so short that any little thing that you do just throws the trailer off quickly. Like, it's hard to recover. Like my 40-foot trailer, this is the truck in the trailer that I was practicing in, a single axle with a single axle on the trailer. It's hard to recover once you get out of whack. But I got the pull up and the come over and back up down pretty good. The alley, like right when I thought I would have that figured out, I would try to do it again and I would fail it. Not so much fail it, but have to maybe do more than 2 pull-ups. I think there was one time that the my mud flap hit the cone. So, and then we just got back from the road test. I can shift up fine, perfectly fine. So it has a 7-speed. You don't have to split gears in this thing. And it's kind of a worn out, clapped out truck, honestly. And it's not the best shifting truck because of how old it is, and it's a little weird to have a 7-speed. Like, you don't have to split it. It's just you go 7 gears all the way over to the right. But I mean, I can shift it up just fine. It's shifting down that I struggle with. I just can't. Like, he tried to kind of show me, and like I feel like I didn't have enough time, honestly, for the amount of money that I spent. So it was $1,300 for the class, because it was supposed to be like a one-on-one session with him. And I get here and there's one other guy. So that's a little upsetting, honestly. It's I guess he ran out of time. Like, he was supposed to be done with the first guy before I got here. I don't know, I guess something happened, so he had to kind of lump the end of his session in with the beginning of my session. And I don't know, honestly, I'm super nervous. I'm super nervous. What's funny is when I pull up, right, and I'm standing over here, some guy gets done doing his test, and I see him looking at me, and I'm like, man, I don't have a Trump hat on or anything, do I? And he ends up recognizing me. He watches the channel, and I told you I'd forget your name. I can't remember his name to save my life. What's thrown me off is I was calling him Jeremy, and it's not Jeremy. Dang it. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. My mind is mush right now. So, update on Mom, too. They did the stem cell surgery, and she's in recovery right now. I haven't heard anything back from that. My kids were blowing me up the whole time we're here, so hopefully everything's fine there. My brother and my dad was blowing me up, so my phone's constantly ding, 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 and I'm like trying to hit buttons in my pocket. And I think I have pre-trip down. I kept jumping out of the truck. I wasn't doing the 3-point backing out of the truck. I kept just opening the door and jumping out like an idiot. And I probably did it 6 or 7 times. Like, don't do that, don't do that. I'm like, I don't know why. I just struggle with things sometimes. My memory, I can't remember all the brake parts. I've been watching a video and it's kind of different from what they expect you to say. Like, they're a little bit more picky on checking your exhaust. I don't know. But he told me about a barbecue place down the road here, so I'm going to go get me some barbecue, go back to the room, and I'm going to do some more studying. And Man, I really hope I pass this. I'm gonna be pretty upset if I don't, honestly. He said he thinks that I have it, and I don't know. I really hope I do. I mean, this is like 4 hours away from the house. If I fail it, it's $300, and I have to wait three days to test again. Plus, I'll have 4 more hours coming down. So my test is at 9:30 in the morning. So I'm gonna try to get here at 9. I don't know, man. I really hope I pass. I don't know. Let's go get something to eat. All right, guys. Good morning. Today is the day. I don't think I slept at all. Man, last night was rough. I might have dozed off a little bit this morning, and then there was a truck out there that just kept honking their horn over and over and over. I don't know. I'm feeling a little bit better about it this morning. Sat up all night long, basically just studying over the guide they give you, and the words that they want you to use are completely different than, not completely. There's a few different things than what I found on YouTube. I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but the tack quit working on the truck yesterday. So I'm hoping that works in my advantage today. You know, I'm hoping I can tell the instructor, look, my shifting might be a little rough because the tachometer went out. So I hope that's the deal, you know. I don't know. I guess we'll see. So I just got to pack up my things, and our test is at 9:30. So I'm going to still do a little bit more studying. Right now it's 7 o'clock. I woke up at 6. And I don't know. I really hope I can one and done this thing and just go home and start working on the truck and trailer and get it ready and be ready to hit the road. So wish me luck. All right, we have checked out of the room. We're headed to the place. It's 8 o'clock. Honestly, I'm not as nervous as I was yesterday. I mean, it is what it is. If we pass, we pass. If we fail, we fail. Obviously, I'd like to pass. I don't know. It's nerve-wracking that probably get your CDL and make sure you can pass your medical exam before you go out and buy a truck and a trailer and put it on insurance that now costs me $3,000 a month. Whew. Now, once I remove the Ford, they said it will drop down to Ford. Oh, actually, we did remove the Ford. We did remove the Ford the other day. We removed the Ford, and it dropped it down to $1,400 a month. So there is that. But that's without that trailer insured that we have. So I don't know what it would cost to add that trailer. So I'll have to look into that. Because I think we actually did it before we had the trailer. I can't remember. I at least got the quote for 14 before we had the trailer. All right, let's get out of here. Well, we just got done testing, guys. It's not easy. It really isn't. So if you go and you fail, don't get discouraged. The girl next to me, I think this is her second or third time coming out here and testing. It's not easy. She's in an automatic, so it's a lot of it's pre-trip. I got lucky on the pre-trip part because I was watching videos for so long, and then I basically studied their worksheet that they give you basically all night long. I didn't sleep at all. So I did pretty good on the alley, backing in the alley, and I did pretty good on doing the straight back up and then the offset back. I was really worried about the alley backing because it seemed like the more I practiced yesterday, the worse I got. So I kind of came in with a fresh mind, and my leg wasn't throbbing from pushing in that clutch all day long yesterday. And then so I passed all that, and we passed the pre-pass, and we go out on the road, and I can't double clutch, and they don't want you to float the gears. They give you points for the gears, but we passed. So I now have my CDLs, and So I'll give you guys a breakdown of my tests. Vehicle inspection, perfect score is a 40. I got a 35. I don't know what I missed. I guess I should have asked her what I missed. Vehicle inspection was a 35 out of 40. My backing skills, I got a perfect score on that. My road test, a perfect score is a 30, and I made a 20. Actually, that says errors allowed 30, errors made 20, so I don't know what that would be. But we passed. I have my CDL. I'm so excited. So now we get to go home, work on the truck, get it ready, and we're going to be on the road.